I got a problem with that. I got a problem with you saying you saved and you depressed all the time. Your cousin is not saved, but they acting happy all the time. Woo, I guess y'all okay with that. I got a big problem with that because you can't win nobody. You can't have that kind of mentality and you don't pray. It's too much that attack children of God in our day and time for us not to pray. I got to move on, but listen to me. When you're a child of God, you can never really, in totality, compare yourself to sinners. Because a whole lot that's going to come at you to discourage you is a work of Satan. And he will use people to try to discourage you. Oh, Lord. The enemy will use your own children to do certain things to discourage you. Oh, God, but I can't stop there. He will use your spouse to say things to you to discourage your walk with God. And if you ain't in the place you need to be, people can say things to you that'll keep you depressed for weeks. And you'll be wondering, why would they say that to me? Many of you are easily discouraged because you hang with people who stay discouraged. See, the wrong company can affect your spirit in a negative way. Don't act like you ain't ever been feeling good about life, feeling good about God, and got around some people that no matter how you kept trying to be positive, they were just stuck on being negative. If you're going to fight to be happy and fight to enjoy life, man, you have to be serious about the company you keep. Oh, I said you have to be serious about the company you keep. And you have to be serious about cutting people off that you know for whatever reason just don't want to be happy. Don't want to be optimistic. Don't want to see the good in a negative situation. I don't care how much you try to point it out. You can draw a map trying to show them where the good is in the midst of this situation. But if they stuck on being pessimistic, if they stuck on being a complainer, if they stuck on being down and out, you better learn to separate yourself before that spirit that has overwhelmed them begins to attack your mind, your spirit. Whoa, Lord, have mercy. That's sad to say that in church. You would think, well, I'm going to church Sunday. I'm going to be around the saints. Hold up. You better be careful with saints. Because this is going to be a sad say. It's sad when you see sinners who are more happier than saints. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with you saying you saved and you depressed all the time. Your cousin is not saved, but they acting happy all the time. Woo, I guess y'all okay with that. I got a big problem with that because you can't win nobody being down all the time. Sometimes God purposely allow us to go through things again that we might be an example. You have to be careful, the child of God always going around folk that are not saved complaining. You have to learn to hold something. God be dealing with some of our loved ones about getting saved until you come. And when you come, when you get through with them, they well, I'm better off being here now. God, look at them. Because some folk, every conversation has to be about something sad. Y'all don't know nobody like that. Well, let me show you how they do. Lord, did you hear on the news what happened to that little child? You know the first thing I tell folks, I don't, No, I didn't hear. Oh, it will you got to hit. No, I don't have to hit. To me, our news is bad news. They very rarely focus on anything praiseworthy. And some of you that just be talking about, well, I got to listen to my news and I got to read my paper. Now, 95% of what's in your paper ain't nothing but negative. Y'all know I'm right about it. The news, they start off gaining attention with the worst possible story there is out there. Tune in at 6 to hear such and such, such and such. And then here we go. What time is it? I got to hear what? And you sitting in front of a tube, hearing depressing stuff all day. And then wonder why you don't want to get up, you don't want to do nothing, you ain't motivated. I remember when the Lord told me, look, it's your season to get your house. It's your season. So I started getting the ball moving. Y'all hear me? But at that time on the news, everything about the housing market was like, stay away from it. It's crashing. It's going down. I remember every time I turned to this is not the time to purchase a home. Stay tuned for the next 10 minutes. And we've got so-and-so here. He's going to tell you 10 reasons why you don't want to buy that home today. Okay, God done told me to buy a home. Do I need to turn the channel or what? Oh, y'all, some of y'all, I'm losing some of y'all. Do I need to turn that station? Do I need to turn it in a hurry? Is that going to be something good for my spirit? No. Let me tell you something. There's not a person in here who don't have some things going on this morning that if that's all they thought about, they wouldn't even eat today. It ain't even worth eating. I ain't putting on no clothes. Going to work, man, forget that job. I ain't got no energy. You know what I learned? If I just keep thinking about this, I'm going down. I'm going down. My energy, my motivation, come on, my faith, come on. And some of us, we know this, but we continue to think on the wrong things. Meditating on the wrong thing. I know I'm right about it. It don't just have to be a person. You can get stuck on a job you lost. You can get stuck on a job where you got fired and you won't leave that place to see that God has a better place. You ever heard somebody talk and they say stuff like, if I wouldn't have lost that job, it ain't no telling where we be today. And you thinking that was 2 weeks ago. You thinking they got fired 2 weeks ago. You like, well, when you lose the job? I'm telling you, I forget. I remember like it was yesterday. It was 1999. Yeah, I remember that real good. Because Prince came out with that song, we're going to party like in 1999. And so that made me just, I remember it was 99. And I should have been the one they kept. But out of everybody, see, sooner or later, you got to move on. This ain't good for the people who trying to love you, for the people who trying to fight to see y'all get better, and you stuck. Tell your neighbor, one of the worst things to do is get hooked up with somebody that's stuck. You say, Pastor, this simple. Yeah, simple and good. Simple and needed. You may not shout today, but you're going to leave out of here realizing I need to stop being so easily discouraged. I need to stop letting what people say get me down all the time. I need to stop worrying about who like me and who don't like me. It's time for me to get a delivery over people. I know that much. Can I tell y'all something about Pastor? Pastor going to be happy if don't nobody else be happy. I'm going to fight for that. Let me deal with this thing. Tell your neighbor, the number one reason you want to fight, not to stay discouraged, it tells them to say, because discouraged people make bad choices. I've never seen nobody stay discouraged too long and make wise decisions. You are prone to mess up when you making decisions knowing you're discouraged. That's real. That's real. But listen, when you stay discouraged too long in making decisions, most of them going to be bad. Most of them going to be the type of decisions that when you make it, you think you help it. But then later on, you're going to look back and say, I wish I would have never did that because I wasn't in the place I needed to be when I made that decision. I'm trying to help y'all. We have got loans in time past, discouraged. We wasn't hearing no interest rates, what we were going to finally pay back, what the payback going to be, and all. Man, we wasn't step. Man, we need $500. Our spirit is so low. And then when the people do something for you, most of the time, you got what the scripture called misers, people who are out there looking to take advantage of discouraged people. Am I right? How many would be honest with that? Some of you don't pay your bills when you discouraged. You can have the money in your pocket. Light bill, $156. You got $180. You so discouraged, you like, they ain't getting this. The devil is a lie. I work too doggone hard. I ain't got nothing to show for nothing I done. You done blew, you done look at all this, you done messed up, and then go over here and don't do the right thing because you're what? Discouraged. Discouraged people love to talk about other folk because that helps them feel better about where they are in life. You have to be careful when folk always somebody look at them. They think they something. They ain't nothing. They ain't got no more than nobody else. Well, one thing I do know, you over here talking about them, and they ain't over there talking about you. You ain't nowhere on their mind, so they must be doing something right. Tell you, neighbor, it can always get worse. Oh, yeah. That's the reason you got to keep your spirits uplifted. You can't afford to be talking about it can't get no worse than this. The devil is a lie. Your complaining will make things worse. Your murmuring will make things worse. You got to learn to fight to be happy. Most of all, you have to learn how to be content with where you are. Be content with what you have and give God the praise for what he has already done in your life.